Okay, I am back. It looks like it's going to be a bad internet day today. I'm going to try it on for a few minutes. If nobody comes in, then I will abandon the live stream for tonight. But if people start coming in, then we'll continue. What I might do is just play one game to see if anybody comes back. We've rebooted the router. The router here often needs rebooting. It always seems to happen when I am streaming. It never happens at any other time except for when I'm streaming, and it's possibly that because I'm streaming it overloads the router. I'm not quite sure. But it has been rebooted and we're back, but I know there's probably no one here at the moment. So I'm just going to get on, play a game, and if anybody comes in during that time, then I will continue. If people don't come in, then I will obviously call it a day for tonight. So let's go to this. I'll have a look at the data hub for West Ham. We're playing West Ham. We got a tough fixture list. It's not been going very, very well. And we've got a tough fixture list coming up. We've got West Ham. We should beat Oldham in the FA Cup, I would hope. And then we've got Wolves, Manchester City and Liverpool to finish the month off. So West Ham and Wolves are big games for us. Hi, Ethan. Sorry about that, mate. The internet, the router just decided to pack up, but we've got it going. Hey, Liquid. How you doing, my friend? Well, I was actually talking to Gobby earlier, before I got disconnected, that we're going to be looking at team shouts and individual shouts today, which should be quite interesting. I'm working on a theory because nobody really knows how to use those shouts, and all I seem to do is just berate teams. And that is probably not a good thing for me to do, because thinking about my manager style, I'm a motivator, not a disciplinarian. So berating them probably is the reason why I get all those red faces at the bottom, and they're overwhelmed by the feedback, or they're uninterested by the feedback. So I kind of like... as you can see, I don't know if you can see all the writing there, but I've got a notepad here which is filled with information which I think is going to be extremely useful. So we're going to look at that today. I'm going to use that in the games today, and it's also got to tie in with your team talks. Player personality is important. Your own management style is important. Hidden attributes are important, and there's 3 attributes that I can think of that are very, very important. And I started working on this after Wilden scored that worldie in the FA Cup final for Norwich, and just before that I had told him to focus and he went and scored that goal. So I started looking at that and shouts in general and how we use them. I think it's perfectly fine with me, Ethan. I think that he's not a sweeper keeper. He's a goalkeeper, and Manchester United need a sweeper keeper. Ten Hag wants to play with a high line. He's got to have a sweeper keeper. So I'm perfectly fine with De Gea going. United will bring in a better goalkeeper, a better sweeper keeper as such, and pick up a few quid for De Gea, I guess. So yeah, I just want to also, I have made some tweaks to the tactic. And something, again, I've been experimenting with Norwich, and I think it just might go well for Burnley. So we're going to be slowing the game down. Short passing, lower tempo, time wasting. Today I'm going to play for set pieces because I've included Scott Twine in the team, and he is allegedly a set piece expert. Scott Twine is on a very, very, very tight leash at the moment, and because it's a transfer window, I am thinking of putting him up for sale because he's just not doing anything for me. an experienced player like that. And I've got them on be more disciplined, no counter press, but we're not going to regroup either, and we're just going to hold our shape. When we've won possession, we're not going to go charging up the field, because if we get possession turned over, it leaves us short at the back. So we're just going to hold our shape, play the game very slowly, frustrate teams basically, and then we're going to play with a low block. And I'm going to start with a standard line, but I'm not going to be afraid to lower the line if they start pumping balls over the top and we look vulnerable. So we've changed and made a couple of tweaks to the tactic. We're not going to trigger press either. There's very little point. We're not a very good team in comparison to the rest of the league. I want to have a quick look at the data hub for West Ham, just to see what they've actually been doing. I'll probably look at who has been dangerous. Is it the overview I want? So we have, of course, Declan Rice. He's playing in a defensive role. He's playing as a Segundo Volante, so he's going to be quite aggressive, bombing up and down the pitch. Ben Johnson is performing well at left back, and we may need to look at Ben Johnson. He doesn't have much pace, but he has 2 good feet, so could come inside or outside. And he's got good physicals, good mentals. I know Ben Johnson from my West Ham save. Kurt Zuma is also doing very well defensively, and in terms of defending, they are performing extremely well. Souček is also playing very well. I think Souček, as I remember, he plays as in the same position here as these two, Declan Rice and Kemasanda. They play with wing play, which does suggest to me that I might have to drop the line. And what I want to see is where they have been scoring their goals. That's not the screen that I want. That is not the screen that I want. I want the analyst report. So they have been showing good touches when getting into the penalty area. So much of their stuff is done in the penalty area. Ben Johnson has won back a lot of possession. It's defensively, it looks like he's doing well. And 32 of 70 occasions they're attacking have come from central positions. We know that central is a big area, and they've regained possession well in the centre of the pitch. But in negatives, they've converted none of their 16 touches into goals in the penalty area. Suggests to me that we could be playing with a higher line, but I don't want to, as this wing play stuff, we want to have players back in position ready to head it away, and they've scored none of the 14 shots from inside the penalty area. So a lower line of defence actually sounds like a good idea. One of the 19 shots that led them to have involved, so Fornals is a weak influence at the moment. Vlasic has lost possession more than any other player. They've conceded 1 of 5 shots from inside their penalty area. That's not bad. Defensively, they're doing okay. If 1 in 5 is not bad. And they're not very good on the left. So we need to cover the left. And 32 of they've allowed their opposition into the central positions. So teams are attacking them in central positions as well. So we got to look out for Vlasic as a weak link and Ben Johnson, who is a strong link. So let's go to this tactical meeting, and we'll go with what the balance to defensive. Now we are going to play with a low block, but I don't want to just give the game away. Being defensive wouldn't actually probably be a bad thing. It does work in Football Manager, but you've got to be lucky as well, I think. Have a look at his instructions. Does Kufal warrant being hard tackled? No, he doesn't. I don't know about this assistant manager. He does like his hard tackle. Same for Ben Johnson. Too strong, too brave. Good tackler. Why would we want to put a winger on him, hard tackling him? And Declan Rice, probably the same. We don't need to hard tackle Declan Rice. And Paqueta, strong, brave, probably as good a tackler as my defenders. We don't need to be hard tackling Paqueta either. There's probably others that we do need to hard tackle. We know Ben Johnson is going to be a problem. 2 strong feet, so we'll just tight mark him. Declan Rice is always going to be a problem, so we'll tight mark him too. And turn Declan Rice onto his left foot. Kamesha is not the most creative player in the league. I forgot to tell you guys, I think I also have made a signing, but we'll come to that after this game. In this Burnley save here, I think we might have made a signing. I'm actually going, because he's got no pace, I'm going to close him down and put him on his left foot. Just make him feel a little bit uncomfortable if we can. And we don't need to tight mark him. Orsolini, yeah, we could tight mark him and then put him on his right foot. Don't want to do too many. And Okafor, very pacey. I don't know about tight marking him. We'll go for it initially. Just leave what the... And then Paqueta. Paqueta's a good player. But I think I would like to tight mark Paqueta and turn him onto... Tight mark him and turn him onto his right foot. I think that probably would be... Hey Kai, how are you doing, mate? That would probably... Yeah, it's his right foot. And yeah, I'm not sure about tight marking this guy. I don't want to do it, I don't think. Okfa. His bags of pace. He's got good dribbling. 2 good feet. No, I think we'll just leave him alone for the time being. Not do anything about him. And go to the game. Now, we are going to be playing with this. What I want to do is go to my preferences. And I want to set this to extended. I'm going to slow this down a little bit so that I get to see more of the... yeah, I'm good, Kai. How are you doing? So I get to see more of the stats. Scott Twine is lacking in everything, if you ask me. He's having an absolute nightmare. I don't want sound on either. It's because I've been playing through some Norwich games. And I like to have sound when I'm actually just playing games here. I know it's terrible for people watching to have sound in the background. So, some of the things that I have to think about is that I have a couple of young players playing today. I have a Spria, who is quite young. And Diallo is quite young. So whatever the team instructions, I may have to give them slightly different instructions. I don't have anybody in the team who doesn't like big games today. So I want to give them an instruction. We've got nothing to lose here. We'll do that, I agree. We've got nothing to lose. Now I'm going to talk to them individually. Rather than grab the defense, midfield, attackers, I want to talk to a few players individually. And in particular, I want to talk to the young boys. So I want to see what I can tell these young boys. Aspria. So motivate him a little bit. I have faith in you. Go out and do the job. And we're going to say with the same to Diallo. I have faith in you. The others, I don't really need to say anything to at this point in time. And I could only maybe cause problems if I give them instructions at this particular time. So we will see how we get on. We're going to play this low block system with a standard line, and that's what I'm hoping for. We're going to see lots of these balls going over the top from West Ham, which are ineffective. We, on the other hand, are going to be very patient. And you'll notice, if I stop the game, you'll notice nothing is here in terms of ratings. But once the ratings come up, everybody starts on a 6.7. Oh, is he offside? He was miles offside, wasn't he? I think that's going to be given offside. That's given. I'll be very surprised. I think he was miles offside. But it would be a perfect start if it was. It is disallowed. But I think I would have been very shocked if that had been given. I knew that was offside. But good start. I'd like to see that happening. Now what we can see at the bottom is that everybody is on a 6.7, which is good. Good start. And now they're going to start going up and down. Bayek is causing a problem there. So what you'll find is that one or two will slip down to a 6.6 and one or two might slip up to a 6.8. At the moment, we just seem to be like we're controlling the game. And even Twine is getting good ball control there. Looks for support. Kirkin, Gregera, Kirkin, Bayek. Lovely play. Absolutely delightful play. We're absolutely dominating this. This low block is something I've been working on with Norwich and seems to work really well. It's Leonardo. It's like, oh my goodness me. But at the moment, they're still on. Everybody's playing okay. 6.6 for Leonardo. We have to think about Leonardo. He's starting to drop. So it means that he's not exactly giving it everything at the moment. But it could change. 6.6 doesn't worry me. If he gets to a 6.5, I'm going to start to worry about him. And but we are looking absolutely sharp at the moment, but we still can't score goals. And there's Twine, who's promised me to score more goals. Leonardo has gone back up. They're all doing okay at the moment. Nobody's spectacular because we haven't scored any goals. But at the moment, everybody is looking good. We have Gabia, who's on a 6.6. We need to actually look at him. We are in control of the game. West Ham are focused down the right. But not really causing us any problems as such. But probably will score here. Because that's the way it goes. And there's a chance and they have scored. Hiya, Blob. How you doing? Hi, Vince. And isn't that just the way? Look at this. We've absolutely hammered them in the opening stages. And they have one shot, one goal. That's it. That's the way it is. When you're at the bottom, that's what's going to happen. And I don't know. We're playing well. We're playing well, and I don't know how we're losing this game. The game's nasty sometimes. Nobody really is having it. But Leonardo now has dropped to a 6.5. Now we're in the 25th minute. I have Gabia has actually gone back up again. My defence are playing reasonably well. But we have Asprilla on a 6.6 and Leonardo on a 6.5 and Twine on a 6.6. So what do I know about Asprilla? Well, Asprilla's young. He has a very close relationship, but he has low concentration. So I'm going to tell Asprilla to focus. And we also have Twine. I think Twine has also got, he's got low aggression. So basically what I'm going to do with him is fire him up. And then Leonardo is a young boy. And I think also he doesn't have any particular problem. So we might have to go and have a look at Leonardo. He's young. He might just need encouraging. He doesn't really have any particular problem areas. So I think he just needs encouraging. So with Leonardo, we'll just encourage him. Come on, boy, you've got this. So we've given specific instructions, and I can see already that Twine's attitude, he's motivated by the feedback. Unfortunately, Espria is overwhelmed. But Leonardo is motivated by the feedback. So 2 out of the 3 of them have reacted well. And we do have... Oh no, that is West Ham, isn't it? But I'm a bit annoyed because we're actually dominating this game, and we should be winning this. But I could also tell the team, because Burnley do have a low work rate, I could demand more of them. I want more work out of you. But here comes Leonardo. Leonardo is, what a chance. I also think that he's a bit young to be he's a bit young to be leading the line. That's probably why he's not scoring many goals. But I can't believe how we are beating West Ham here so easily, and it's still not going for us. I don't know what else to do. I know the dressing room atmosphere is still poor, but what else can I do? I mean, I've tried different tactics, different formations. I've just about tried everything, and it's just not happening. And West Ham have gone and scored a goal from a set piece. There's nothing I can do. Ah, boy. Let's have a look at West Ham's passing. Nobody really is causing us any problems. So, I don't know what else I can do. We've dominated this game. And I think I've just got to try and say, look, but we can get something out of this. Costinha is anxious. What do I know about Costinha? I want to fire him up. I really want to fire him up. He's on a 6.5. I'm not happy with your performance today. He seemed motivated. Good call. And Espria, I'm going to tell him, you've not been good enough. And he's fired up as well. Twine, I need to be telling him, I'm going to sell you if you don't. I'm furious with you. And Leonardo, I want to motivate him. I'm going to tell him there's no pressure on him. And he felt the pressure lifting. England have won a trophy. Good Lord. I just hope we can get back into this game. I'm going to go to a more positive approach. Try and get back into this game. I'm not going to change anything else. It works. And we've just been robbed here. Just robbed. And if we'd put away a couple of our chances, then we'd be ahead. But we're just not scoring goals. And I think I need to get a striker in who's got a little bit of experience. It's too much for Leonardo. West Ham are trying to catch us on the counter. They don't have numbers up here. We should be okay. And it's not in defence that we're struggling. It's up in an attack that we're struggling. And the more we don't score, the more dangerous West Ham will be. And the more chance West Ham will have of scoring, just like that. But we have dominated this game, and I don't know what else to do. We just have to go about our business. If we get relegated, we get relegated. If I get sacked, we get sacked. I can't do any more. I don't know anything else that I can do. And again, we're defending well. We're just not scoring. Looks like Kirkin is used to playing a more intensive pressing. Well, I don't want to press them because we'll get caught out of position. Now, just do your job. Follow the instructions. If you follow the instructions, then we'll be alright. Oh, Leonardo is having a really desperately bad game, isn't he? He doesn't know what to do. And I don't know what to do either. But I'm the man who has to come up with a solution, not Leonardo. He might be being tight marked. So what I'm going to do is just going to ask him to play as a deep lying forward on attack for a while. Bring the defence out. Try bringing the defence out a little bit. That's okay. That's how the low block works. That means the low block is working. Shooting from there, we can take that any day. But we're also giving away free kicks. There's 2 set pieces West Ham have scored from. The defence are playing fine. Costantinia's only on a 6.5. It's the attack, 6.4, 6.4, 6.5. And 6.6 up front. It's in attack that we're not playing very well. But I have no idea what to do. If I push the lines up, we're going to get torn apart. Again, we're creating space, creating chances, but it'll come to nothing because we're just not good enough to score goals. And I don't know what to do. Apart from try and sign a striker. I really don't know what else to do. Leonardo is too young to do this. So after this, I'm going to make some changes. Bring on Campbell. Defensively, we look solid. They've just scored from 2 set pieces. And maybe we've got to tell them to stay on their feet. Maybe we're giving away too many set pieces. I'm going to also take off our own instruction to play for set pieces because Twine is coming off in a minute and he's going on the transfer list. And that might help us to bring a striker in. Kirkin needs to stop complaining. Oh, come on, Bayek. Oh, what was that? We just don't look like we're going to score a goal ever. I think we haven't scored a goal for 4 games now, isn't it? Okay, let's make some changes. We'll make some tactical changes as well. There's no point in keeping going with this. Let's have a look at West Ham first. Are they tired? Not as tired as us. We are very tired. We're not playing with any intensity at all, and yet my team are knackered. Much more tired. Connor Roberts can come on. The rest of the defence are playing reasonably well. Diallo, shocking. We'll bring Larson on here. Asprilla, shocking. Gobi can come in attacking mid. Can he play as a shadow? No, let's play him as an attacking mid. That's what he wants to play. We'll get him to play there. And then we've got these 2. Twine has got to come off. Cherlinoff can come on. And Therese Campbell. And we will go. We'll up the tempo. I don't know what else to do. Push the line up. Take a chance. Take that off. I mean, if we could have just stopped, if West Ham had not got those goals from set pieces, this tactic would have been working perfectly well. And if we could have scored some goals ourselves, it makes me mad that we can't score goals. Therese Campbell, I'm gonna play him as an advance forward. He's not very good at any of the roles, so let's play him as an advanced forward. We've gone a little bit more attacking now. Because we're not very hard working, I'm just going to demand more of the whole team. One of these days, the game is going to do something nice for me. Like at the moment, it's just like doing horrible things to me. One of these days. Yeah, I hope you have a good evening too, Kai. Nice to see you, mate. One of these days, the game's going to do something nice. With Burnley, it is just about survival. I have made a bid for a midfielder. Add some, like, just some steel in the midfield. But at the moment, this looks terrible, doesn't it? It looks awful. Anybody not playing well at the moment? Just giving them away free kicks all the time, aren't we? That's good. Now use it. Use it. Come on, we're supposed to be counter-attacking at pace now. It looks terrible. It looks absolutely awful. Sometimes I think, like, I dread coming to do this. Like, please sack me. Please sack me. And then I can just move on to a save that's a little easier than this. I've been doing this for too long now. Again, we're attacking. We're better than West Ham. We've dominated the game. Even when we were playing the other system, we dominated the game. And this is what I'm seeing again. We can't get any shots on target. Or if they're on target, the goalkeeper saves them. And we've gone full cycle. Because this is what Burnley were like right at the beginning of the save. Creating tons of chances, and we can't score. Well, I've changed. Let's change Campbell's role. Let's try to get him playing. We'll play him as a deep line forward. They might be marking the attackers. At the moment, I think I need to go attacking, don't I? I'm going to have to try attacking. Let's get Connor Roberts on attack. Let's get the whole team going on attack here. Oh, come on, FM. Come on. There's no need for this. No need for it. Now we'll go attacking. There's nothing else I can do. Absolutely nothing else. Sometimes I despair. I know what it is. It's just the graphics engine. This is the only way the graphics engine can portray the game. It's not a real portrayal of the game. And it's the only way. In real life, this does not happen. You do not dominate teams week after week after week and lose all the games. But it's the only way the graphics engine can actually demonstrate the game. And in doing so, they think they're making the game exciting, but they're not. And I hope that 25, the graphics engine will be able to show what the game is really like. You can't trust the pictures, you can only trust the statistics. And Therese Campbell's now on a 6.5 as well, and Gobbo is on a 6.6. It's just like, they have, as a team, they are rubbish. They cannot play together. And that's what you get for going attacking. So now we are going to probably be in the relegation zone now. There is no point in me berating them. I don't want to see that again. That's the problem with pushing the lineup. We left ourselves exposed. Why do I have to take off the West Ham player? I don't have a Maximiliano Gomez. Why are you telling me to take him off? There's so many glitches in this game. I'm having to work for the opposition manager now. I've seen that a lot in my Norwich save. So just like, no, I'm not taking him off. If he gets himself more injured, it's the other manager's fault. Oh, it looks bad. They can't press. They have no idea what they're doing. They can't function in that way. They haven't actually played badly. Nobody's really had a bad game. And given the number of chances that we've created, we've had double the amount of chances that West Ham have had. Too late now. Too late now. You think that's making me feel good now? No. Yeah, I mean, I think you're Paul. I would love to be in with a new team. I'm tired of this Burnley team now. I've been a year and a half trying to work a team that can't play together, and even though I have changed most of the team, they still can't. This new way of playing the low block was working them, but they scored those two set pieces. Our forwards were absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Yeah, you should be anxious. You should look. And our goalkeeper, 6.3. The goalkeeper's taking the blame. It's the goalkeeper, Leonardo, 6.4. Two crucial positions. You should be happy. No, we should have won that match. And I am going to talk to Leonardo, and I'm going to say your performance was abysmal. Your performance was abysmal. I'm going to tell the same to Muric. I'm really quite angry with you. In fact, I'm going to drop Muric. Scott Twine, a terrible performance. Asprilla, a terrible performance. So we'll see how these boys react to that. But at the moment, it's not looking very good at all. It's horrible. But the thing about this game, this FM game, is 22 games we have played. And for some reason, there are teams below us who are doing much worse than us. And it seems to me that as long as we keep losing, the game is going to keep these three teams within touching distance, or these four teams within touching distance. They should be streets ahead by now. But the game will keep them there for as long as it can to try and give me a chance. That's not how the game goes. That's not how football is. There are so many things that need to be sorted out. So many things. Let's have a look at who we've made a bid for. We have made a bid for Victor Bobson. He's 23 years old, and you know what I like. I like these for just getting into the Prem. I don't want to see any white ones in here. I like these Mentos. He's not a great player. He's not going to be world class ever. But these are good for a team that's trying to avoid relegation. Good aggression, good decision making, composed. Concentration is okay. He has teamwork. He's got good work rate. That's what I want from players that I'm trying to sign in. He can dribble. He has a decent first touch. It's not brilliant. And he's got passing to a level and some vision. And he's got good technique. He can tackle, which is what I want as well. And therefore, I think if we can get him in, he'll be a decent signing. We didn't pay much for him. Well, what did he cost us? It's 975k, rising to 2.1. I do have my eye on other players. If I have a look at my shortlist, I don't know if I want to buy a defender, but I've got my eye on. Where is this boy? The central defender. This is going to be the problem now. I can't find him. Who was it? Has the game not saved it to my shortlist? Oh, that would be just perfect, wouldn't it? Was it Moomin? Yeah, Moomin. It was Moomin. He is a central defender. He's going to cost probably 3.5 mil. He has jumping reach, very good pace. He's got very, very good mentals. He's 25 years old. I think there's nothing wrong with him. He's 6'2". He's decent in the air. He's not brilliant, but he can mark and he can tackle to a degree. I wouldn't have him on tackle harder. But for me, defender, central defender on cover, he would be perfect. But then what do? I already have 4 central defenders. Phillips can't get in the team. He's on loan and he's just not playing well enough. And I have McNally. I could put McNally on the transfer list. But he has potential. Do I want to sell him when he's still got potential? He's 24 years old. He's functioning only as a championship central defender. But he has the potential to be better. And his attributes are not that bad. His passing isn't great. But he doesn't have dissimilar attributes to the person we were just looking at. And he could develop a lot. I don't know what to do. This guy looks like a good player. If we look at his report. He's brave, consistent. Can only play him what he doesn't. He's not the most determined, but he has a competitive streak. I don't know if I want to buy a central defender. I thought we defended well there against West Ham, and I don't know if I want to buy a central defender. I need a striker, somebody who's older. Yeah, I do. NB, I sense that you're right. Definitely get a better player. And Phillips will go back at the end of the season. And if we were looking at that geezer, where is he? Moomin. He's got a little potential. Not much. He's 25 years old now. I'm guessing he's playing at the top of his game. But he looks like a better player. I think you're possibly right. And we could, if we can get decent money for McNally, because McNally has a value of 7 mil. So let's try transfer listing him. Let's see what prefer, but he is open to speaking to other teams. And let's put a value of 7, 8.5, 8.25. Let's put a value of 8.25 on him. And then if we can sell him, for a good price. We already have 12 mil. We're going to go above the wage budget, but I'm not too concerned about that yet. It's only about 30,000 over. If we can sell McNally, then I could get a striker in, but unfortunately my scouts are not very good at finding cheap strikers. There's nothing that they're finding in terms of cheap strikers. So let's take those out. Striker. Doesn't matter about the role, I'll look at them all. And then let's list them in terms of their transfer value. He's a 20-year-old. Again, we don't want another youngster. We got a Ollie McBurney. Not someone I'd really think about getting in. Not really. Again, you have another youngster there. We're not looking for a youngster, but we do have Musa of Benfica. Yeah, I'm looking NB. I'm looking at for now. Because summertime might be too late. I need someone who can score goals for me now, rather than in the summertime. This boy ticks my boxes, to be fair. Wage-wise, he's affordable. 2.1 million. Bags of experience. Can't dribble, but if we play him as a pressing forward, he's got the ability to be a very good pressing forward. I like the way he looks. I like the look of his mentals. He's a very physical player. He's very aggressive. He can finish, but it's not brilliant. Good first touch. Technique is not great, which will affect his finishing. And he has a decent pass for a forward. I like the look of him. You have a look at his reports. It's well below market value. He is interesting. He's a consistent performer. I got to make a bid for him. His history is important. Only 3 appearances. He's been out of the team for a while. He got 5 goals and 7 assists. He's not really figured in their team. He's kind of moved around a bit. Best season was for Boa Vista, and to be fair, playing for Boa Vista, because I know the Portuguese league now, playing for Boa Vista to be getting 11 goals in 27 appearances is pretty good. At the moment, he's just not playing. So I'm going to have a look at his report. He does have a good average rating, 36th in the Portuguese league. He's good in the air. He is shots on target 14, shots 34. He has an XG expectation of scoring of 3.32. That's not high enough for me. Expected goals 3.32. You'll find can only play in one position, needs to learn the language. I think he will do okay. He's probably a better bet than Leonardo. Leonardo needs to develop. Therese Campbell is only ever going to be a championship player. And we'll have a look at his stats. 1 key pass. He's just not playing matches. He's only started 1 game. He's just not playing enough. And maybe, I don't know. I'm going to have to take a chance somehow. I can't even remember who he was now. Who was he? Musa. He's cheap. And I need cheap. Let's see if there's anybody else there. So now we know about Musa. Again, here's another one. Isaac Success. They're all of them around this price are not going to be. He's failed every club I've ever seen him in. Nino, no pace. I need a little bit of pace. Esposito. It's too young again, too young. And then there's this one, 22 years old. Camilo, who's 4.5 star. He's an advanced forward. Not enough pace again. He's not fast enough to play as an advanced forward. Not good enough. We'll be getting rid of him in a year. Yeah, Musa 2 million gets me going. Let's move on a little bit. See if we get any offers in. But yeah, that does kind of get me going, 2 million. It's a good price for somebody who is decent. Not great, but decent. So let's just... we've got the... Oh, we might win this next game. You never know. The question is, should I keep playing them in this low block? Or, because I want to train them. Or should I go... Hibernian Seeker. I don't want a loan deal. No. You either want him or you don't. You want him, you pay for him. So I don't want loan deals. Thank you very much. Let's just check that he's not listed for loan. Unavailable for loan. We want cash. Hard cash. Let's come down a little bit because it didn't get really anybody too excited. You can get 7.75 surely for him. They're keeping these teams at the bottom of the league losing. That's what I like to see. Yeah, I think it's a good price myself. And also Twine. I think I really got to transfer list Twine. I've had enough of him now. Like, he's not ever doing anything. No offers. It's his wage bill, they're saying. Go and find a club. Burnley's Callum West. Yeah, that's okay. Needs playing time. No, I need him on the bench. So if McNally goes, then I do have to bring in a central defender. I have, like, he never does anything. Twine, over 2 seasons, he's never done anything. And he's like, he should have scored a free kick by now. He's got 17 free kick taking. He should have scored at least 1. And he's the worst player I've ever seen in my life. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure he's not like this in real life. If I'm really picking on him. It's just like, his mental's decent. His technical player. He's a very good technical player. He has half decent mentals where it counts. He just refuses to play. And he has transfer value, what, 13.5 mil. I'm going to transfer list him. I've had enough of him. I don't ever want to see him again. Let's put him out at 12.5. Let's see if people come in for him. Well, selling players is one of the hardest things to do. Especially, well, at least Bobson is coming. He's going to be a week's time. So now if we sell McNally, we might be, in fact, we might be able to bring those two players in even without selling players. I think I definitely need to go for a striker. We have to have a striker. I can just hold on to McNally if we can't afford the other one. But I gotta have a striker. We gotta look at this, bringing in Musa if we can. Where is Musa? I didn't put him on the shortlist, did I? Ah, there he is. He's cheap. 2 million is cheap. I think we'll make an offer for him. We'll suggest, yeah, good. First year Premier League transfer window prices. It's really funny, isn't it? Like, you can find these players like 8.8 million, like 2.1 million in your first season in the Premier League. But in your second season in the Premier League, all these prices have gone up to about 25 million. It goes up and up and up. It's kind of weird. I don't hate Twine. I just feel like, oh my God, you've got to one day play some football. So, who's this? He's very interested in the 37. I can afford that. Regular starter, yeah, we'll go with that. 46. Let's see, 37 you wanted. We're going to have difficulty with this boy, aren't we? Very international. I don't like this one at all, but it's only 42 and a half. Now we're going to have problems, aren't we? What can I do? The board will only let me offer 37. So bonuses. Add clause. We've got a goal bonus already in here. Yeah, he's already got a goal bonus. So he got a, let's give him a sell on percentage fee. What else can I do? Oh, he's gone for the sell on percentage fee. Excellent. Well negotiated. Brilliant bit of negotiation. Got through that. Burnley declare interest in Fruila. Who's he? I have not... oh, my lord. I've not declared interest in him because I've never heard of him. And he's cheap. 1 million to 17 million. Oh, 11 million. At the moment, I don't have the money for him. I'm talking to his agent. $11 to 17 million. What a wage of 56. Someone, 2 or 3 players are going to have to go. 2 or 3 players would have to go. He's wanted also by Capitoline. Capitoline always seemed to me in my saves to be making bids for players. I wonder if you were the manager of Capitoline, whether you'd have the money that they appear to have when you're not their manager. They seem to me like always making bids for players, Capitoline. It's kind of weird, that. Okay, so what did we do there? We made a bid, and we've had 2 accepted now. I know the finances are going to look a bit dodgy. Let's make the board happy. Transfer budget 11, 9.5, 9.7, 9... Let's do that. Now the board will be happy, and we can still afford those 2 players that we... If we sell Twine and McNally, then we'll be able to afford the central defender. And then there's this Freuler. He's 31 years old. Bit of experience. He's not... I mean, he's a ball-winning midfielder. He's central midfielder, though. He's got to be able to play as a centre mid on support. He's not going to set the world on fire, but he's better than what we've got already. And if we can afford him, he'll definitely strengthen the team. So let's see how the rest of the transfer window pans out. Yeah, okay. Showing no improvement. Okay. No longer a weakness. No longer a weakness. Cherlinoff tries killer balls. You having a laugh? No. He's not got the ability to play killer balls. Change the mentoring group. Okay. You know better than me. I've even looked at the training again and gone to training. We put in a ton of team bonding into the calendar. Just whatever we're doing is not working. It's just really not working. And it all comes down to this. Club atmosphere is abysmal. Team cohesion's good. Managerial support very good. But club atmosphere is abysmal. I tried to have a team meeting the other day, but the game told me I don't have a reason for it, and I'm thinking to myself, I have very, very good reasons for having a team meeting. Thank you very much. Let's go and play against Oldham. Do you think I should play the low block game against Oldham, or because I really do want to train them in this new system? But I don't know if that's a good idea against the likes of Oldham. We should be attacking Oldham, shouldn't we? I'm going to keep the same system, I think, but go attacking. Just play with an attacking mentality. I want them to get used to playing the system. Take play for set pieces off. Muglin, never heard of him. Who is he? It looks like he's about right for going out on loan. Yeah, why not? Loan list. Has no business being transfer listed, Scott Twine. Yes, he does. And the same for Luke McNally. They have business being transfer listed. Kirkin's not happy with that. Campbell as a fringe player. Oh God, here we go. Potential issue with Kirkin. We have a squad meeting. They're not happy with your management of the team and they wish to talk to you about it. Several players are unhappy about the poor dressing room. Well, sort yourselves out. For Christ's sake, don't look at me. If the atmosphere is poor in there, sort yourselves out. Like, oh my God. Apparently some of you aren't happy. You need to do something about the dressing room atmosphere. It's a real chore to come to work at the moment. I could sack you. That's what I could do. I can't say the atmosphere seems fine to me. Well, complaining about it isn't going to improve anything. Concentrate. This is what I said last time. And I don't know. I can't tell them there are some bad influences because I don't know who they are. I'm not going to... I'm going to say stop complaining about it. Cherlinoff is argumentative and Costinia confrontational. But that's the way I feel about it. Yes, and me. I mean, maybe it's a good schedule. I mean, we've got team bonding going on. I could do some community outrage. They're all fairly satisfied apart from two. That's a fair point. Putting this behind us would start to improve the atmosphere a bit. Sorry, boss. I'm running a football team here, not a youth club. Grow up and get on. Should I say that? I'm running a football team here, not a youth club. Or shall I just say, I think that was very productive. It's good to have it sorted out. I think we'll just go with that one. I'm running a football team here, not a youth. Not a youth. Now, if he's got a problem, he's unhappy because he wants to play more than previously agreed time. Oh, yeah, that was that thing. He is a favourite of mine. So we'll just have a quick word with him. Yeah, we'll forget about that. Sometimes it's never a good idea to trust your assistant manager's advice. I think that maybe we'll make a we'll make an attempt to boost them up a little bit. We'll go to the calendar. We'll do some community outreach here. Let's get them doing something really good, feeling good about themselves. A little bit of extra work for them. Do it again here. Let's do some events. Look, it's community outreach, team bonding, and they're coming along to me saying the atmosphere is terrible. Sort yourselves out, for goodness sake. I think we got past that meeting. What we need is a good 8-0 victory against Oldham, and it'll all be behind us. Oh, what a save this is. This is like the nightmare save from hell. Criticise recent form. Asprilla. I need to be careful with these because he's a young boy. He's just 20. He's just 20. Maybe the players hate Twine as well. Maybe they're picking up on him, Vince, as well. Yeah, you could be right. If Twine gets sold, suddenly we might find the whole dressing room is full of flowers and roses and smelling beautifully. I don't know. Asprilla, he's a young kid. I don't want to be hard on him. So when we talk to him, I think we have to be nice. We start with nice. I was thinking about the use of berate. Berate is not... If you're a manager in real life, you don't berate someone the first time they do something. You actually try to encourage them the first time they make errors. And then what you berate them if they're clearly not listening to you. So it's like berate. I use berate so badly. So I'm learning how to do with these. But he's young. You could tell him, I don't think you've been playing really well, but you can improve. Keep working. The rest are a bit nasty. What's his relationship with me, Asprilla? He's very close. So you've been making a few mistakes, but I want you to know I have faith in you. Let's tell him that. Thanks, boss. And he's now pleased. You have to be careful criticizing young boys, I think. The other one, Costinha, yeah, he should know better. Let's have a look at his form. 6'5", 6'4", 5'9". He should know better, this boy. Costinha, he's an acquaintance. Has a balanced personality. He's not likely to listen to me either way. So we've got to maybe be a little bit hard on him. He's a bit older. At some point, I don't think you have played very well. His morale didn't go up, but his mood was positive about it. That's terrible. They're all the same. Diallo went through a phase where he was playing well, didn't he? 6.6, 6.5, 6.2, 6.1, 6.4. These haven't been easy games that they've been playing, but that's not good enough. Diallo is very close to me, but he needs to know that's not acceptable. He's a young player, though. Again, we will again, what we'll do with him, first off, we'll try and motivate him. So it is a criticism. I believe in your ability to help this team. I'm not worried by your goals, but it'll come back. Keep up the faith. You've been making, but I want you to know I have faith in you. The team needs to help you to get back to form. We'll try that one. Thanks. So, don't want to be too hard on the young boys. I mean, it is possible, Vince. Maybe the players actually hate someone, but how do you find out? Remo Fröler, who's... Oh, yeah, we were interested, but at the moment I can't afford him. So we'll just ignore that for... Because there's no option to say to the agent, well, yeah, I'm sorry, but we can't afford him at the moment. If we could afford him, I'll bring him in. But there's no option, so we're forced to ignore the agent. Connor Roberts, Nathan Phillips. Yeah, I mean, I go along with what you say, basically, because I have no idea what the best team is here. Now, we have told Constantinia that he needs to improve. So does that warrant giving him a chance to show that? Nathan Phillips probably can come in. Gabbia is an absolute nightmare at the moment. I just brought him in, didn't I? For Gabbia. I thought I brought him in. He didn't stick on the paper. Gregera for Bayek, probably not a bad idea. Bayek, swap them over. Let's try it then. If that's, you feel that you want to try that, let's try it. Diallo should be doing better. I want to give him another chance after having been told. And Cherlanoff, yep, for Twine. I have no problem with that at all. Twine can just stay at home as far as I'm concerned. He's let me down so badly. He can just stay at home. We got 3 players on international duty. Always a bad idea to have African players. When you come to January, you suffer. And Musa moved delay during... Yeah, so now we got 2 people waiting for work permits. That'll be good if we can get these players in. Especially a striker. That'll make me feel a bit happy, especially if he can score a couple of goals. Well, how long since we've scored a goal? Oh, we scored against West Ham, didn't we? It's bleak one. Two goals we've scored in 6 games. I don't know what happened against Bournemouth. That was when we brought back the 4-1-2-2-1. We hammered them. I thought, hey, up, we're on the way here. But then it's all fallen apart. And did that meeting? Ooh, it's gone from abysmal to very poor. So that's not bad. Muric. I want to have a look at Muric because he worries me as well. He's supposed to be a good goalkeeper. He played well twice and had 2 bad. See, 6.0, 6.2, 6.3. Peacock Farrell is injured because I'd have brought him in to give him a game in the cup. Well, also quite worrying is the fact that Muric is quite injury prone. You've trained very well this week. Well done. Well done, lad. Ashbria. Well done, son. Well done. I think I need to go and do them all. There's only 4. Scott Twine, I'm not praising him. I definitely don't want to praise Scott Twine. I don't think you've been training very well, Sunshine. Bayek. I'm absolutely shocked. You need to shape up here. McNally, shape up. You wouldn't expect that, would you, from a professional footballer earning £30,000 a week? I can't be bothered with training. I'm not sure that professional footballers do that. They can't be bothered with a win-win. Well, it is Oldham. I think we should continue with this tactic and just go positive. What? He's been showing remarkable improvement, but not on the pitch. He hasn't. Should I give him a game against Oldham if he's showing remarkable improvement? Give him a game instead of churling off. Why not? Stick him in there. If he's showing remarkable improvement, let's see it. Oh, Musa set to sign for Burnley. 2.2 from the transfer budget of 8 million. Done. Deal done. Musa's come in, the first one of the two. The other one I approached before Musa. Pleased to sign a player of his calibre. He looks like a suitable replacement for Weghorst. I'm going to train him as a striker, pressing forward on attack. I've got 25 players there. I don't need 25 players. Squad. Oh, we done the registration, didn't we? We want assigned squad number. So he should be available for the weekend then. Probably not a good idea to put him on the pitch the day after he arrives. It's probably not the best idea, that. Koku, you can hope away. He probably wants to put Musa in. No, he doesn't. Fair enough. Higher tempo. Nah. I want them to get used to this tactic. If necessary, we'll up it all in the second half. If it's not working, we'll up it in the second half. But I want them to get used to playing this way. They're all happy-ish. We're favourites, and I want us to play like it. I'm going to tell them I'm expecting in this game. There's no half measures here against Oldham. I am expecting. And let's just hope that they get a result here, and that playing this way gets them more practice of playing this way. Oh, who was that? That was Bayek. Bayek. He is very close to me. Likes big games. He's consistent, but he has a competitive streak. Over the top for Leonardo. Doesn't have the pace. He's too young, that boy. Good signing for the future, but not for this season. Oh, he's in though. It's 1-0. Come on, let's get an 8-0 victory here. And then morale will improve. So that's Leonardo's level, isn't it? He'll score a bag full of goals against the likes of Oldham. That's his level. He's got a lot of developing to do before he's doing that in the Premier League regularly. But good for his morale. 1-0 after just a minute. That's okay. Let's really go out there. Let's have a big win. You'll feel confident in playing in this system. At the moment, possession 60%. We're pretty much in control. Nothing too much to worry about. Anybody playing badly? Not really. Everybody's doing okay. Couple of goals will be nice. Make the manager feel better. I think the last game against West Ham was my 100th game in charge of Burnley. I forgot to mention that. So it wasn't exactly a great occasion to celebrate my 100th game in charge. 6.7, 6.8, they're all doing reasonably okay. Diallo's playing well and Leonardo's playing well, but everyone else is okay. Oh, 13 minutes gone. I'm just going to leave it until 30 minutes. If they haven't added to it, then we need to have a word with them. It's not good enough. Not good enough at that point. Oh, Muric made a save, did he? So maybe there's a couple of players starting to... Maybe I need to shout, demand more. I want you to work harder. But, you know, what you think 1-0 is a good result. No, it isn't. So, has anybody... No, they've responded badly, frustrated by the feedback. You're not working hard enough. Work harder. Oh, Bayek's injured, is he? Oh, we bring a player in and one of the other ones gets injured. That's the way it works, is it? Leonardo again. Oh, come on, Sam. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, finally. Who was that? It's Leonardo's second, is it? Finally, it went in. See, I told you to work harder, and if you work harder, you get the rewards. Now I should encourage them. Oh, is he offside? Yeah, disallowed. God. Oh, yeah, he was miles offside, wasn't he? If Diallo had scored himself... Oh, I am so frustrated by this team. Oldham. I think they're in the... Are they in League One? Is that what we're going to do? Beat them 1-0. They've given us a pretty good game. Once again, we can't do anything in front of goal. At least the game's given us one goal. Look at this. 74% possession. I mean, this is probably my fault because we should be attacking and higher up the pitch, but I just want them to get used to playing this way because they're going to be playing this way for a long time. And you might as well get used to it now. Bayek needs to come off, doesn't he? Let's take Bayek off. Who do we have? Can come on. Oh, what is my my assistant manager has done me big favours here, hasn't he? Every time I forget to check the bench. He's not put a midfielder. I got Gobbo who can play in centre mid. But that's it. If something happens to... Never ever let your assistant manager set up the subs bench. He's got absolutely no idea what he's doing. Usually they leave a full back off a right back. You've got no substitute right back, and your right back is knackered by half time. That's what normally happens. Nice one, Phillips. We need to tell him to ease off the tackles, I think. In fact, it's not just Twine, I think. I think, like, thinking about Twine, it's not just our players that hate him. I think that the whole football world hates him because nobody wants to even buy him. So I think the whole football world in FM hates him. It's like, but the sooner he's gone, the better for me, because I can then stop mentioning his name, which really disturbs me that I have to mention him sometimes. He's a horrible player in this save. Oh, looping header, but not good enough. Anybody playing badly at the moment? A couple of players on a 6.9. Got Boho is on a 6.8. We're doing all right. Things are going well, but you are capable of doing even better. Yeah, you weren't that bad. I don't need to speak to them individually because nobody is playing that bad. I should have said to Leonardo, you're playing very well. But I didn't. I should have done that, actually. Just said to him, you're playing really well. But maybe and they need to know I expect better from them. I don't know. These shouts are very, very interesting. Leonardo actually listened very keenly to what I said, and how you could do even better. And so their feedback is quite interesting. Struggling to meet the pace of the match. It's Oldham. If you're struggling against Oldham, what chance have I got? Yeah, I mean, Twine's attributes look absolutely fabulous, Vince. They do. They look absolutely fabulous. A penalty? No. Just about got away with it. And I can't understand why he's not playing. Maybe he is the problem in the dressing room. Maybe he is the problem. Who knows? Leonardo. He's through. Can he get another one? Yes, he can. He's got his hat-trick. Time to praise him. Somebody who listens, because he listened keenly. Somebody who listens, now is when you praise them. When they listen and a result comes, that's when you use the praise. I'm getting, I think, to know how to use these. I'm not far short of knowing how this goes. So, touchline shout. Now we will praise him. Good job, son. And his reaction to that is delighted after the feedback. So his mood is excellent. Gobbo, on the other hand, he's very interested in what I said. Are we giving away a penalty now? I had a funny feeling that was going to happen just from this incident just now. What happened there? I wasn't looking. They haven't been in the game. We're bound to give them a goal. So Gobbo looked very interested in what I said. Oh, and we're going to go now. Another injury now. Brilliant. Maybe I don't want to sell McNally. It'll have to be Gabia then, won't it? Oh no, it's not an injury, it's a red card. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my Lord. Espria will have to be the one who is punished. What's that? What he got a red card for? For giving away a penalty? I didn't see anything really bad there. This is how. Oh, what a save, Muric. This is hi, Mr. Tominio. Yeah, I mean, the unlucky is not the word for it. This save is the worst save I've ever done in my life. Unlucky is not the word for it. I just can't get these players to play together. They refuse to play. And I'm hoping that Vince is right. I'm hoping that Vince has got it right. That the problem that I have is Twine. Because I hate him. And maybe all the other players hate him as well. So let's... what can we do? I got 2 subs to make, have I? Don't put him on. Gregera, I don't have now. He's going to have to last it out. Gregera, what can I do to help him? Trigger press less often. Ease off the tackles. So that, yeah, my midfield's a bit short. Struggling to meet the pace. This is just Oldham. Why are you struggling to meet the pace? I'm going to give this young kid a game. And I have one more substitution that I can make. Madosic, but I now don't. Oh, I do have McNally on the bench. So at least freshen up the defence. We'll jump back to balance. Just jump back 1. And maybe I will put Gregera. Oh, he's already on a defend. It's 3-0, and having a man sent off is not exactly great news. We are in the... Oh, could have got another one. Sometimes I'm just praying when I go to bed after this is finished. And I go to bed after the stream finishes. I'm praying, please, can I get sacked? But unfortunately, the board seem to think this is good. No, it's, please, board, it is not good. This is not good. This is way short of my expectations of myself. It's terrible. Please, board, get somebody in who can do better. Well, at least they won the game. I mean, had we attacked, had we gone pressing them high, we would probably scored more. But I do need them to get used to playing in this way. Leonardo's had a good run out. It's been good for him. 14 minutes left. We are a team that has low concentration, so I'm going to take a chance and just say focus to them all. See how they react. Oi, 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 oi. If ours was a sending off, that's got to be a sending off. Hey, he's only 19. Leave him alone. That was a dreadful tackle. And they seem to be okay. Yes, most of them are pleased. Gregera's a bit overwhelmed by the feedback. But then he doesn't have low concentration, so perhaps that's why he found it a bit strange. But the rest of them, they seem pretty calm. So I'm actually getting used to using these shouts now. You can actually control how they're feeling on the pitch. But the secret is don't overwhelm them and make sure that the shout is the right thing that you're doing. Can we get it? Can we get a fourth? No, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like a fourth is forthcoming. Although there is one last highlight. It is 10 against 10 now, isn't it? But there's no point in busting a gut here now. We've won the game. Oh, who was that? That was Gabia. Gabia. He's supposed to be a very, very good player. I looked at the transfers we'd brought in after the summer and I thought, I think we've done well. Why is he looking frustrated? I said, well done, that was a good win. Now he appears happy. And we'll tell Leonardo, I'm very happy with your performance today. And the rest of the team seem to pick up on that as well, listening in. Oh, it's nice to get a win, even if it is against Oldham. I think they're in League One, aren't they? Are they in League One, Oldham? No, they're in the National League. Oh, God. 3-0 is not enough for the National League. But okay. Bayek's injured, out for 2 weeks. Phillips is out for the next game, banned. So he will be out for 3 games. Leonardo ends his goal drought. I'm really pleased. So, what I want to do, and I always forget to do this, is I want to go to the schedule. And anybody who got over 8, Aspria, for example, we're going to say superb. Anybody over an 8 for a team like Oldham? Anybody else? There's only 2. There's a 7.5. I might try Costinho. What did he do in the game? 7.5. His passing was very good. So we might praise him for his passing. Your passing was a joy to behold. It lifted his morale as well. So that's pretty good. The others just over 7. It's not good enough, really. Well, we got a win at the end of today, and we haven't had a win for a long time, but even if it is against Oldham, a win is a win. We've got these fixtures coming up next time. Next time we're going to be playing Wolves, Manchester City, and hopefully Liverpool. That's going to be... I hope we get a result against Wolves, because these two were getting nothing. We have to then obviously look at the transfers. We've got 2 players coming in, I think. Bobson, we're waiting on. Musa has arrived. And it is possible, if we can sell players, that we'll bring in a central defender. So that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for coming along. I do appreciate it always, and I do enjoy chatting with you all. Yeah, and B, it was interesting. If you do these, if you do the talks right, I'm starting to learn how to do them now. I'm going to do a video on it on the weekend, because I think by the weekend I will have learned how to use those touchline shouts. Yep. Good night, Gobby. Good night, MB. Good night, Vince. Good night to Paul, to all of you who are still here. Hopefully I'll see you again on Thursday, and hopefully the internet will be a little better on Thursday. It does always seem to happen when I stream. It's happened a few times. And it's always when I stream. I wonder, is it because I overload the router? But we'll try it again on Thursday. Most of the time it works just fine. So I'll see you on Thursday, guys. Have a great what's left of the evening or night or the afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And we will see you all on Thursday. Take care. Good night.